Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for being here for the NACTA webinar series. Today, our special guest is Don McGahee. He is going to be talking about NACTA benefits and what you get out of your membership. A little bit of housekeeping before I turn the mic over to him. I want to remind everybody this is being recorded and you will be able to find it on our NACTA YouTube site. I encourage everybody to subscribe to our NACTA site so that way you can get all the current and past webinars there at your fingertips. Everybody is on mute, and the reason for that is so that we have no background sound. I will be here in the background. If you have any questions, feel free to put something in the chat box if you'd like me to answer it. And if you have questions for Dawn at the end, please put them in the question box and I will read them for them. I think the only thing I forgot to do is announce who I am. You know, Dawn, I do this all the time. I forget. My name's Lorene. I'm the moderator. So, you know, it is what it is. Don, turn the reins over to you. I am going to put myself on mute so that I'm not disturbing anybody, and I will talk to you when you're ready for me to come back.
Okay, well, first off, as Lorraine said, I'm Don McGahee. I'm the manager of sales for NACTA. And I would like to thank you for attending the session. During the webinar, basically all I'm going to do is I've gone, as you can see on the screen, to our benefit page, and I'm just going to kind of quickly run down through the benefits that are there, talk a little bit about each one, and then as Lorraine said, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to ask them at the end, and we will give you an answer. If we don't have one right away, make sure we get your email address, and I will get an answer to you. So as I said, I am going to go through the member benefit directory, which you do find by logging into the site. This is the member-only page. Once you are there, you go to benefits. You click on the benefits, and it will bring this screen up. I am going to run through them in the order that they're on the screen, just so I don't get people going dizzy, jumping back and forth. And they're all important, but some of them I think are ones that we probably use more than others, such as the NAD, which is the NACTA Agent Digest. First and foremost on this is an agent-only site. There are no suppliers, no hotels, no one like that is allowed on the site. So if you do ask a question about a hotel somewhere or a tour operator, you can rest assured that the response you're getting is from an agent, not from a highly paid PR person at that hotel or that tour operator. So you will get everybody's comments. Some will be good, some will be bad. We don't censor any comments that go in there. I do monitor it if people are using objectionable language or are really just out on a mission. I will usually not allow that one through, and I will go back to that person to find out what's really going on. And if it's just a personal issue they have, then it won't go forward. But if it's a valid reason, it will show up. I don't believe in all the years I've done it I've had to actually delete any. So it's a good forum. It's where you can go and you can ask a question. You've got someone going to, I don't know, let's say Moscow. I happened to see a question on that come through earlier this morning. So let's just say you have someone going to Russia, and all you know about it is what you've read or seen in a James Bond movie, and we all know there's very little resemblance to real life there. So you can ask, and people will come up. They will respond to you, and they will say, this is a good area, this is a bad area, these are some things to do, these are things to watch out for. It's a really good tool to help you, you plan your client's trip and kind of give them some little tips that might keep them out of trouble in some of the more sensitive countries that we do all have clients for. But the NAD I think it's a great tool. I think it's one of the best benefits of NACTA. It comes out every night at about between midnight and 5 after. So you'll have it first thing the next morning. People will read it. If they have a response for you, they will resubmit the response back into the NAD. Some will send it directly to you. We do prefer that they send it to the NAD. That way, everybody gets advantage. But it's a great tool. You can learn a lot through it. I know I do just moderating it. So it is a good one to keep in mind. It's well worth the short amount of time that it takes to read it. Also, at the beginning of the NAD, there will be a section right at the top which will tell about some kind of an upcoming event. For example, I believe right now it's the Celebrity Millennium FAM next month. I believe that's taking top spot on the top of the NAD right now. But that is always information there. Our director of marketing keeps that refreshed and keeps it from getting stale. As we move on, the Agent Life magazine, that is it's a publication. It's like all magazines. It's really nice. It comes out it's in a glossy print. It's quite a few pages. I think the last one was up to maybe I don't remember. I think it was 45 or 50. I don't normally count them. But it's a magazine, a publication that's dedicated just to support us. All the various travel consultants. There will be tips on there on destinations, technology, marketing, information from other members who are very, successful, and they will give tips on how they got started. What do they do to run the successful business? There will of course be also sponsors will be in there, and you will get some great information just from that. It's a great magazine. You will notice as you receive it that there is a different person on the cover each time. Those people are picked for specific reasons, and they're all NACTA members. Primarily, they are agent members. Occasionally, there will be a salute to maybe a given supplier or a couple of suppliers that really support NACTA deeply, and there'll be an article about them in there. It's a great publication in my mind. As most of you may or may not know, NACTA is wholly owned by ASTA, which is the American Society of Travel Agents. And as such, ASTA provides NACTA members special rates for membership. I think the going independent contractor rate is like $320 or $350. The rate to a NACTA member to join ASTA is $199. So they give you a pretty good savings. And for those of you who don't know much about ASTA, it is really primarily the organization that protects us with Congress. They stop many legislative actions that would increase taxes, which would affect your work, my work directly. It's really it's a great organization. If you're not a member, you should go to asta.org, check it out, and you can join once again as a NACTA member at a special rate. And if you are not a member, as an NACTA member, you still do get admission to their core events, their conventions, things like this, at the same rate as an ASTA member. Now, this does not pertain to everything ASTA does, but it does pertain to a good majority of their events. Once again, it's a great organization. They have some fantastic events like the ASTA Maui Showcase, which we just finished, the Seville Destinational, which they just finished. It's really great. With the new our new website, we're collecting more data now than we used to. And this data, along with your NACTA one sheet, which I'll talk about a little later, provide the information about you that goes into our lead generator program. Once again, this is only for NACTA members. It takes information you've provided and gives a client, a prospective client who's looking for a travel agent, can go to this website and they will find an NACTA travel agent in there, providing you've given us permission to publish, since it is on the internet. They will find information in there on your agency. Maybe they're looking for someone who speaks a specific language or is a specialist in a particular destination and is from their area. The site is going to give that ability to funnel everything down so that they can come right directly to you. It also has a section on there which tells them why they really need to use the travel agent. It's a new site. It's really great. If you have not looked at it, you should go out there and check it out. It's at findatravelconsultant.com. Along with that, we also have a discount program through Business Advantage. This benefit gives discounts on different programs or different firms such as OfficeMax, Staples, Hewlett-Packard, ADP, just different things to help you with your business so you can save money on your office supplies or maybe on shipping when you've got to get documents out to a client, and you can get discounts on that. Payroll, credit card, there's a lot out there. When you first go to the site, if you have not been there before, you will have to give them some information to create your own login, and once you have done that, you will have access to all of the information. Another one is a certificate of membership, which you can display just to show everybody, hey, I am a member of a professional organization. They will know from that you are dedicated to your clients, that you really are a true seller of travel, someone who knows what they're talking about and is going to take good care of them. I think it's important that people know that you're not just somebody who's trying to take their money, that you really are knowledgeable, and this helps set you apart. Going along with it, knowledgeable is that very next item, which is educational webinars. We have constant webinars. Lorraine is the host for the vast majority of our educational webinars. When you come in and you listen to them, they have different travel suppliers, maybe destinations, services that are offered. As with this one, you will hear their educational webinar. At the end, you can ask questions and get answers directly from the horse's mouth. And also, many of the webinars, if you attend, you will find a drawing at the end, which will give you some sort of a giveaway. Maybe it'll be a coupon for a bonus credit or a bonus commission, excuse me, something along those lines. But we do have them. They do show up on the NACTA calendar, the calendar of events. You can see when all the webinars are scheduled, along with all of our FAMs, our destinationals, our conferences, anything like this, and most importantly, our chapter meetings. So the webinars are out there. They are good. In addition to them, we have our subscription to the Groups Today magazine, which comes out bi-monthly, and it's a magazine that's totally about travel planning, and it is free to an NACTA member. So you can kind of stay on the top of everything that has to do with group activity. Insure and Go. This is a travel insurance provider. As you can see, it was founded in 2000. It's MAPFRE's global travel insurance brand, which is all over the world. It's huge. They cover, everything your customer would need to enjoy their vacation, as far as insurance needs may go. Plus, even more importantly, you get an enhanced commission level at 35%. So it's definitely one of our suppliers. It's a fairly new supplier with us, and I do know that Sharon is quite a go-getter, and she will work with you and to help your clients. I do get a lot of questions about health insurance, and if you notice, we do have health insurance. You have, as an NACTA member, access to worldwide insurance services. You call them, tell them what you're looking for. They do have various packages on health insurance. They have legal, technical support. They have an RX discount card. Their insurances cover life, disability, accident plans, and they also have a Healthier You program for free resources, information on prevention, exercise, nutrition, just different things like that that would be of a benefit to you. And if you do not have, once again, your health insurance, it is a way to get health insurance and avoid the tax on your income taxes. It's a good program. I have checked it out. It's excellent. This is the local chapter support. To me, the chapters are one of the more important parts of NACTA membership. The chapter meetings are where you're going to go and you're going to meet the BDMs or the DSMs, of the world. There's nothing like face-to-face and getting to know this person, because if you need assistance and you can call them and they can remember you from the meetings, they're going to be more helpful to you perhaps than they might have been otherwise. But it's great. I'll give you an example of the way a meeting may run. This is the way we run our meetings in South Florida. We start off at, usually our meeting is held at a hotel. We will have a social hour to begin the meeting, where you can kind of mingle with the other agents and with the vendors. It's not unusual for us to have 8 or 10 different suppliers show up just to attend the meeting. They're not presenters, they're just at the meeting. And you get a chance to meet them. You do your hotel inspections, and then after this social hour, you move into the meat of the meeting, which is usually two different presenters, never in competition with each other. And they will give a presentation. We will then go into, after their presentations, we go into like a little what's going on at NACTA, what's coming up that people can take advantage of in the way of maybe a conference or a FAM, or just something that's happened that would be of general interest. It's just a great way to learn and get a better idea of of what's going on. We do have over 50 chapters throughout the country, and as a NACTA member, if you are traveling and you check on the NACTA calendar and you say, I'm going to be in such and such a city, let's say you're going to be in Fort Lauderdale, and you check and say, there's a meeting there, you're welcome to attend the meetings. NACTA members are welcome at all NACTA chapter meetings, no matter where they're held. And the best place to find out about them is on the NACTA event calendar itself. Check it out. Go to the meetings. That's where you learn, and even more importantly, get involved. The more people we can have helping a chapter director with meetings and all, the better the meetings can become. And they are. They're very informative, and to me they're great. We look forward to them every month. There's an incentive digest, which is, I just lost everything. We have an agent incentive digest, which is various incentives. It's kept up to date. Lisa updates it constantly, and I have to be honest with you, I did not look at it today to see what's on it. But it's in the past, it's held maybe someone's giving us a special bonus commission for X period of time, or maybe there's someone out there who says, as an active member, I'm automatically going to give you a higher commission. So there are incentive programs that'll show up out there, special perks from our partners. It's a great place. You check it out in the morning. It only takes just a few minutes. Just keep in mind, this is all on the member website, and it's that whole website is a great font of information. If you do go out and you do use it, you won't miss out on anything. You'll see everything that's coming up, and you'll probably see it before most people do. So definitely recommend that you check out that digest along with everything else that's on the website. The NACTA Education Center is kind of goes in line with the webinars and that. You can access supplier training online, certification programs. It's kind of a one-stop shop for training and certifications by some of our top suppliers. It's another very good education and training tool. One that everybody likes are the educational events that we have, such as our FAMs, our seminars at sea, destinationals, our conferences. Some of them we get advance notice on, and they'll sit out there, and you can have time for a lot of planning. But sometimes there will be some very last-minute ones that come up, such as just at the end of last week, we got a notice from Celebrity that they would like to give us a few cabins on a close-in Alaska sailing on board the Celebrity Millennium. This is when it came up, so you need to go to those calendars and check them and see what's there. You'll see about our upcoming conference here in Fort Lauderdale in November. It's going to be 3 days on the land. It'll be then followed by 3 days on the Celebrity Infinity. It's going to be a great trip, and we've already got more than 75% of what we were hoping for. So we're well ahead of the game. And so please, if you're interested, get out there and sign up so that you don't miss out on it. We also have what we call a regional summit. The closest in one is going to be in Cape Kennedy, Cocoa Beach at the end of July. It's even going to feature a lunch with an astronaut, lots of training, ship inspection at Port Canaveral on Royal Caribbean. So that's another item that's out there. We just got cabins, a couple of cabins on Paul Gauguin, and I think we still have 4 left. We have like 1 cabin per sailing. So if you're interested in Paul Gauguin, go out and check it out on in the calendars. There's a lot of these events. They come up. Our Vice President of Industry Relations, he works hard coming up with these trips for us, and they're not all a weekend cruise. There's some pretty exotic ones that show up. I think we did Bali last year. We've done some others. I did one to China, so there's some great ones that come out. The logo is another thing that you can display it on your website, all of your marketing materials. As long as you are an active member, you can display the logo. Once again, it's recognized as a symbol of credibility within the industry. You show people that you are, once again, truly a professional. And that's important in today's world. You've got to gain trust. NACTA has a membership card, which is it's a nice card, nice hard plastic card. It comes out. It kind of shows that your status as a professional, and you can also receive some discounts on NACTA events. So So don't forget to sign up and get that card. The NACTA one sheet, I kind of touched on this a little earlier when I was talking about the boy, I'm drawing myself a blank here, about the Find a Travel Professional website. Sorry about that. I went to the Keith Urban concert the other night, and I'm still trying to recover. Anyway, the NACTA one sheet, this is it's a fantastic tool. I do use it in my own agency. It's a one-page sheet, like a flyer, whatever you want to call it, about you. It's your own branding tool. You'll have your agency information on it. It'll show your logo. It'll show your agency info. You put your picture up there, and I recommend that you do. It has an area to put a little bit about your own philosophy, your own business philosophy, or anything you want to put in. There's a free-form area in there. Then there's what we call the About Me boxes, which is where you can put 10 certifications that you may have, or items that you highly recommend to people. You can put that in there. There are 10 of them, and when you do your one sheet, Lorraine will actually kind of glance at it before everything happens, and she'll remind you if you didn't put 10 in to put 10 in. There are areas in there for a testimonial from your clients, or like I said before, you're a specialist in a certain area, or you're certified for this, you're certified for that. Then you can put in your organizations that you're a member of, such as NACTA, ASTA, CLIA, anything like this that you're a member of, you can put in there. And at the very bottom, if you're like me, you have to have a seller of travel license, which is required in the state of Florida. You put that on the bottom. Then you save this as a PDF file, and you attach it to your quotes. You can save multiple ones. You can only have one on our system, but you can have multiple files depending on the type of a client that you're responding to. It's as I said before, it is worthwhile not the first time, but within, I guess, the first few weeks of actually using it, I got a call from somebody, and he booked a group on the Oasis of the Seas that was about 13 cabins, and I asked him why he booked with me, which I do like to ask once I have their information, and he said it was because of this one sheet. It made me stand out as more professional than somebody who just sent him a quote and said, oh yeah, we can handle this and it'll be so much money per person. It's really a great tool. It's proprietary to NACTA. Gosh, I don't know what to say other than I think it's a great tool. Lorraine, do you have any comments on that, since you're sort of our auditor of the one sheet?
Absolutely. It is, like you're saying, Don, it is a tool for you to show the best of your best. If you have different qualifications, certifications, show your clients what you do best and use this as a tool to sell yourself. A perfect example, as Don was giving an example of how he used it, I'm in a B&I group, which is business networking. When I do my presentation, I always give during my presentation my one sheet so that people know exactly what I do. Well, one of the women business partnered with me, and she put that one sheet in her lobby of her office in an acrylic stand, along with some business cards and a little lei and some Hawaii items, and said, looking to go on a vacation? I recommend this travel agent. So it gave her a tool to be able to give a shout out from me with information on what my specialty is. You can also bring it to conferences and personalize as much as you can. We are looking at closely the ones that have empty boxes. In fact, they have recently updated the site that if you don't fill in all 10 boxes, you're not going to be able to have it visible. So I encourage you to have a current headshot, and like some people we know who have a 10 or 15-year-old headshot, teasing Dan, and your current information to show that you are the best of the best and that these clients should book with you. And this is our tool to be able to help you do that. If you have any questions, you can email me. I am the person that you talk to. I kind of, like Don said, the keeper of the one sheets. Happy to help you. Helen from on Long Island chapter put together a cheat sheet that helps walk you through step by step to be able to make it easier for you. And that's it, Don. I'm putting myself back on mute now.
Okay. All right. Following the one sheet here, we do have a supplier partner directory, which is where you can go on the website and you can see all of our suppliers who are NACTA partners. They've been pre-qualified for us. They support us, and the more we can do to support them, the more support they will give us. It's really a good place to look up. And if I could backtrack real quick just onto the one sheet, don't forget when you do create your one sheet, one of the boxes you have to click yes to allow us to publish you. If you don't do that, we cannot put you on the website. You can't go on the web unless you've given us permission, and that's what that box does. Sorry, I forgot to mention that a minute ago. The webinars, we talked about them a little bit earlier. If you do miss a webinar, it's come out there, and they're all archived. So you can go back and find the one you missed and look at it, or if you just want to review it and you forgot something that they said, or you just want to make sure about something, you can go out there, pull up that webinar, and listen to it and see it. Once again, they are all archived, as I believe this one will be as well. We have another item here, which is the one SIM card, which as an active member you do receive a discounted price. It allows you to use your cellular phone in over 200 countries and keep your costs down. I know that I got hit with a really tremendous bill once. I wish I had had the SIM card because it's hard to keep in touch with your clients when you're away, or if they're away and they need something. It's great for them as well. Incoming calls are free in over 160 countries, and outbound calls start at like a quarter a minute. Data rates are low. You can get it with both a European or a U.S. mobile number, and you can also get them with mobile numbers for over 65 other countries. This is another fairly new benefit. The NACTA store, you can go out there and buy that beautiful NACTA t-shirt. There's a lot of different NACTA merchandise out there that you can go out and you can buy just to kind of, decorate your office or decorate yourself. Here is a new item, which is with Voyager, the website program. There are the Voyager destination guides, which I'm going to talk about in a few minutes. They will build you a website, and they do have some very nice websites out there, and as an active member, you get a reduced rate for it. On our benefit page, if you can click, if you'll notice there's a little thing that says click here on my screen, which is right here. Okay, if you click on there, it's going to give you an idea of some of their websites, so you can kind of look at them and see what they are. There's a lot of different items that are added onto it to kind of make it more powerful and make it easier for your client to actually move around on. They have their Impact Client Marketing System, which comes with the website, so you can market by way of email to your database. There's lots of different ways that you can do it. If you don't have a website or you need to get your website refreshed, this is a good place to do it. And don't forget, on your website, you need to be mobile friendly. If you're not, you are missing out. The UATP Insiders Club, for those of you who go back like I do, we all know that UATP stood for the Airline Travel Plan. I already forgot what the U was. Anyway, it does offer travel protection to us wherever you travel on, whether you're traveling on reduced rate, free travel, full fare tickets, takes in airlines, Amtrak, cruise lines, and it has lots of different coverages which you can get for yourself annually. If you don't have it, it's worth looking into because you need to have travel protection. Voyager Travel Guides. This is a really, to me, this is a really neat tool. It's put out by the same people that I mentioned a moment ago that do the travel agency websites. This is a product that you can get with your membership. It's a $250 if you do it on your own. I had one of our members tell me this morning that they went out there, couldn't remember their log on, clicked on something, and they were told they'd be happy to let them join for $500, but I think it's $250. It comes free with your membership. So that's a good savings right there. And now you're saying, okay, fine, you've saved $250, but what does it do for me? Well, it allows you to bring up on your screen while you're talking to your client information on a given destination. Say you've got people doing Alaska, you can pull up each one of the ports individually and tell them all about, Skagway, some neat places to go eat in Skagway, things they should definitely do and see, shopping, climate, clothes, just a whole plethora of information that makes you sound like you really, really know your product well. You can take that very same information and you can create a customized destination guide for your client. I do that once they book for me. I will sit down, I'll go through and I'll put together a little destination guide. It goes out under my name with my logo. There's nothing on there that indicates it comes from anyone else. And it kind of gives them something they can take with them and they can see. It also has videos. I sold an Amsterdam group because I sent them an Amsterdam video. It's a great way. It's a great source. To me, for the probably 5 or 10 minutes it takes to fill out the information, which in turn comes to me. I do the membership. If you do it, they will charge you. So don't you do it. You have to go out and click on the Join Now button that's in the Voyager Guide site on our benefit page. We'll ask you information. It comes to me, and I try and access that once a week and process all the new subscriptions. It is valid for as long as you are an active member. Once again, it is a great tool. I've used it and I like it. It's anything that makes me seem smart to me is good. So I like that. Once again, that's basically the benefits. But we do have just as a real recap. You have your calendar, which while it's not a benefit per se, it tells you everything is going on. It's in particular things like our upcoming conference, our FAMs, our chapter meetings. The calendar is a great source of information. Don't forget, we also do NACTA News, which comes out to you via email. It kind of gives you some updates on NACTA. Gives you NACTA alerts. We also have our own social media channels, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter. Lisa is always putting out information that you can grab and post on your own Facebook page. And a lot of that will be found on our pages. Your training, once again, everything out here will help you on your training. So I kind of guess at this point, that's kind of covered everything, and we can open it up to any questions you have or whatever.
Great, thank you. And you've done a very good job on going over everything, and I can't emphasize enough how professional NACTA is. We're Association of Sellers of Travel, and you will see by our messaging and marketing and level of professionalism that that is the representatives we have for NACTA. Don works really, really hard. He is our membership dude in the background. If you have any questions regarding your status of your membership, he can help you. I encourage you to log into your NACTA account and keep everything up to date. A lot of times we will either change a phone number or change an email and suddenly notice that you're not getting some messages from NACTA, and that's because Dawn pulls from your NACTA profile to change things. So if by chance you have a Joe's Travel at yahoo.com and you have managed to get a brand new website and you've updated your email address to be a much more professional email address than a Yahoo account, when you do that, you'll need to make sure to update your NACTA profile. Otherwise, the message will still go to the Yahoo account and you may not even realize it. So just kind of putting that as a reminder, because I see that for people a lot. When you want to pull information for your one sheet, make sure it's current. Also, Dawn, I don't think you mentioned this, but if you did, I missed it, and I apologize. When you're working on your profile, which again is a NACTA membership, you now have the option to say which chapter you would like to be a member of. I know in my area, which is San Francisco, there are agents who are kind of in between NACTA areas, so they can either be in the Sacramento area or the San Francisco Bay Area. This gives you the option because that's how the chapter director will reach out to you. In terms of things that he went over, again, so many benefits to aid in your professionalism and being able to help market yourself. One of the things he mentioned was the Voyager travel guides. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. And Richard Earls does an awesome job. If you haven't taken advantage of them, please do that, along with the other items that Dawn talked about. In terms of questions, Dawn, we didn't actually have any questions other than if we are near, the one question I got is if we are near renewal time of our membership, how are we notified and how do we know when to renew?
Okay, there's a couple of ways you can know, but primarily there are 3 notices that will go out if you were to have a membership that expired at the end of July, let's say. There's one scheduled to go out 2 days into the month. Another one will go out about 15 days into the month, and another one will go out around the 28th of the month. Then after your expiration date, you'll still get one more reminder. So you will get email reminders. Now, if you do not, you can check your profile, check your membership card. They both will have your expiration dates. And if you're not getting the email, please get to me right away. Because with the new website, there is a new email system, and some of the hosts, the servers out there, the different providers, had been blocking ours because there is another group. We don't own the name NACTA, and they do go by NACTA, and they have been known to send spam out. So some of our emails have been blocked. If you don't receive it, you will be at some point receiving a personal one from me, which won't come from that very same website. So you will get it. We do recommend, though, that you kind of keep your profile, as Lorraine said, up to date, and then that way you will know for sure when your membership expires. If you lose your card, you can request a new one, but you can also print one from your website, which will once again have your expiration date. So to answer the question, there are actually four automated emails that go out, 3 prior to expiration, 1 just after expiration, and then at some point in time a friendly reminder from me.
Got it. Got it. One agent asked, are they allowed to attend chapter meetings to check it out before joining?
Most chapters will allow you to come and attend 1 or 2 meetings prior to joining. I know in our case, we will allow you, however, NACTA members attend our meetings free. If you are not a member, there is a charge. It's usually $10 or $20, and I think most of the chapters probably work that way. Some of the chapters do not allow anyone to come in unless they are a member, but there's very few.
And I'll use my chapter as an example because I am the co-chair for the San Francisco Bay Area. Our meetings are closed. It is a benefit of membership, and so we don't publicize our meetings outside of the NACTA list. Like, it'll be listed on the NACTA calendar. I send messages out to our members as well as the members in the other chapters. But if someone wants to bring a friend who is a seller of travel, that agent will ask me, hey, by the way, can I bring Mary Sue? She's interested in joining. Would that be okay? We will allow them to come one time. But then at the end of the meeting, we have the conversation about, did you feel you got enough out of it? That, what would you like to talk about? And we had a member who is just a little cautious. She didn't know. She didn't want to sign up if she didn't feel she got a return on her money. By the end of her luncheon, that one luncheon, she said, how do I sign up? I want to join. Can I have the paperwork now? And she actually ended up within the next few months becoming our member ambassador. So she goes and talks to the new people when they join, which I think is totally awesome. I love the fact that she came in really cautious, and now she's like one of our best advocates. So as Don mentioned, there's a couple ways of doing it.
Yeah, well, one thing I would like to mention on the membership, if you are going to join, if you're not a member yet and you are going to join, I do recommend that you go online and sign into NACTA.com and click on the Join Now button. We ask a lot of information because when a new member joins, I get an email and I actually take that particular person's information and I vet it. I make sure that they are in fact a seller of travel, that they're not just somebody who's trying to find a way to get a reduced rate trip, which there are a lot of people that try that. So we do vet that information, and that information, most of that is only available, there's so much information that's asked for. I don't mean to scare people off. It's not really that bad. It takes 5 minutes. But the forms don't have all of the information. So if you can do it online, that is preferred.
Perfect. That was the last question we had, Dawn.
Okay.
So I'm going to close out. I want to remind everybody that this has been recorded. I will go up onto our NACTA YouTube account. You will receive a message with the link for this session and also a link just to tell you, hey, just go ahead and sign up. Subscribe to the NACTA YouTube site. The reason I recommend that is because you will have access to all of our NACTA webinars. I know Lisa Watson has put up several short how-to webinars, like how do I change my password, how do I renew my membership, just the little stuff that we need to know, and sometimes it's really easier. Someone just kind of walks us through it. So little short 5-minute videos are really the way to go. So, Dawn, any last-minute comments before we sign off?
No, nothing other than if you do have think of a question after this is all over and done, you can just, easiest way is to send me an email. If you send it to NACTA, that's NACTA @NACTA.com, I get all of those emails. Send an email, and I will respond to you. Keep in mind, I get every email that comes into NACTA from all of our members, so I might not be able to respond immediately, but I usually get all emails answered within a day. So if you do have any further questions, please feel free just to drop me an email, and I'll be happy to answer them. And I thank you for attending.
Absolutely. Thank you. And if any of you are new members or thinking of coming on and have questions regarding the one sheet, I welcome you to email me. My name is Lorene Romero. I am at NACTA1sheet@gmail.com. That's NACTA, our association initials, one sheet. So that's going to be all one word at gmail.com, and I will be happy to send you a little cheat sheet. If you'd like me to review your one sheet, I'm happy to do that too. I'm real good at being able to help people balance things out and encourage you to add testimonials to it too. Gives, that personal touch instead of just logos. It's real people shouting you out. So, all right. Thank you, Don. I will chat with you soon because we have other membership webinars coming up in our near future.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.